Hello, I'm Cindy Sharp with TRTA TV, and today we have a very special segment for you. We're going to be discussing the upcoming Texas Legislative session and our agenda here at TRTA. So we'll be visiting with our Executive Director, Tim Lee, Ronnie Jung, who is the former Executive Director of TRS, and also Bill Barnes, a retired school teacher, and also the Legislative Coordinator for TRTA. Now, you're going to receive a lot of information in this video. If at any time you would like to skip ahead, you can click on one of the links below and you'll be able to do that. So with all of that said, we'll go ahead and get started. Tim, can you tell us what is the most important thing that retired teachers need to know about for this upcoming legislative session?
Thank you, Cindy, very much, and thank you for everybody for watching and for being a TRTA member. And if you're interested in joining TRTA, I know we have links for you to be able to do that as well. I'd say the most important thing for our members to know in this coming legislative session is it's time. Here we are at the start of the legislative session. We've been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work with our locals, meeting with legislators and talking to staff and preparing for this next 140 days. It'll start in January. We've got some big issues, and I know we're going to talk about a lot of those issues during this discussion. You know, health insurance is right at the top of the list. Defending what we've earned with our defined benefit plan, our traditional retirement system. So we have specific issues. But if I were to have an opportunity to talk to all of our members, I would say the most important thing right now is to be encouraged, to be ready for the fight that is coming, to know that we've got a significant role that we're going to play, and that ultimately we intend to win, that we are going to defend what we have earned. We're going to find solutions to these problems, and that we're going to be ready to do what we need to do.
Now, Bill, from your perspective as a retired school teacher, what do you think that our retirees need to be most aware of for the coming session?
I have had recently, I've been speaking at quite a number of local unit meetings, and what I'm hearing is they're very concerned about their health care. That's a biggie, and we talk about that. They're very appreciative of what happened in the last session on Senate Bill 1458, and so that's good. And the other part of it is, I think that our retirees are more than willing to get involved in the process and contact their legislators about our issues, and I think that's key, and that's where we need to focus for right now, is getting our membership involved now before session starts, to let these elected officials understand our concerns.
And then Ronnie, you have a unique perspective as well. As the former executive director of TRS, Teacher Retirement System, the state agency, what can you share with retirees to let them know what to expect for the coming session?
Well, I think it's important that they get involved and become active. We've done a lot of work for the last few years on TRS-Care, for example, laying the groundwork, but now is the crunch time where critical decisions are going to be made in the next 140 days. So it's important that we get our voices heard and get the input, because while the legislature, we have a lot of new players, so education will be a key part of that process. And obviously the TRTA team will be very active in working, explaining the situation. But I think it's incumbent upon all of our members to let their legislators know about their needs and concerns, and really to make sure that they understand that having a reasonable health care system plan that's affordable is critical to their well-being. And I don't think anybody could argue that career employees are not entitled to be able to live their retirement out gracefully with reasonable health care benefits. So that's the message I think needs to get out quickly, because all the decisions are going to be made in the next 140 days. So now is the crunch time to get things done.